History is not just the record of the past, but a mirror through which we understand the present and shape the future. A very warm good morning to the respected resource person of the day, Mr. Purna Chandra Dash, sir, Head of the Department and Lecturer in History, Devi College, Dr. Santosh Kumar Biswal, sir, Coordinator, Department of History, in his absentia, Rama Devi Women's University, honorable faculty members, and my dearest of friends. Today, I, Swati Sudha Barak, feel immensely honored and privileged to stand before you as the anchor of this academic gathering on the topic Germany's Unification, 1871. The unification of Germany was not just the coming together of various states into one nation, but a powerful example of how leadership, diplomacy, nationalism, and strategic warfare can reshape the political map of an entire continent. It marked the emergence of Germany as a strong and an influential power in Europe. At a time when Germany was divided into numerous independent states, the dream of unity seemed distant. Yet, through determined leadership and calculated actions, that dream was soon transformed into reality. The process of unification highlights the importance of vision, strategy, and national identity. So, this topic is not only helping us to understand the political developments of 19th century Europe, but also encourages us to reflect on the forces that bring nations together and the consequences of such transformations. Light has always been regarded as a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. It removes the darkness of ignorance and leads us towards truth. With this thought, I would now request our esteemed resource person, Mr. Purna Chandra Dash, sir, along with our respected faculty members, to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. I request everyone to please stand up. Thank you. Thank you so much. May this light illuminate our minds with knowledge.
A very hearty welcome to you and good morning. Esteemed Vice Chancellor, dear Coordinator, dear faculty members, Dr. Jitendra Suna, Padmini Madam, Paramjit Singh, and my dear students. At the outset, I want to accord welcome to Purna Chandra Dash, faculty member of Dr. Devi College, to this seminar. I also welcome to our faculty members, Jitendra Suna, Paramjit Singh, and Padmini Madam, to this seminar. Last but not least, I want to welcome our students to this seminar. Thanking you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm and encouraging words. Your address has truly set the tone for today's seminar. In our tradition, we express our respect and gratitude to our guests through a small token of appreciation, isn't it? So now I would like to invite a student to present bouquet to our esteemed resource person, Mr. Purna Chandra Dash, sir. Adyasha Samal, a second year student, kindly come forward and present a bouquet as a small token of appreciation. Thank you so much for this warm gesture of respect. To formally introduce our distinguished guest, I would now like to invite over Mr. Paramjit Singh, a respected faculty member of the Department of History, to the stage. Sir, kindly introduce our honorable resource person. Sir, please.
Good morning, one and all present over here. Respected resource person and other faculty members and of the dais, dear students. Mr. Purna Chandra Dash, a highly dedicated and sincere teacher, presently working as a HOD of Department of History at Devi Naya Pali College, Bhubaneswar. As a renowned lecturer, he has got several awards. In 2023, he was awarded as a Odisha Nagarika Samman or the Citizen Award, Odia Civil Society. He has also received News 18 Best Teacher Award in 2019 and Duradashi Award in 2024. He had completed his matriculation at Satyabadi High School, Sakhikopar. In Odisha history famous Satyabadi Vana Vidyalaya, Utkal Mani Pandit Gopabandhu Das. Completed his graduation at BJP College as a post-graduation from the Utkal University. He has been associated with a lot of the social work. He had also worked as a visiting faculty for a long years at OUAT, a basic science college in Devi School and Management in Bhubaneswar. And he has never taken a single day leave for long 25 years of his service in teaching career, which is an amazing and outstanding credit associated with him. He is a truly tremendous teacher, and I hope that Purna sir today deliver a talk on Germany unification in 1871, and you all are the benefited. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful introduction. It is now time for the most awaited segment of today's seminar. It is my proud privilege to invite over our esteemed resource person, Mr. Purna Chandra Dash, sir, HOD and lecturer in history, Devi College, to deliver his valuable insights on the topic Germany's Unification, 1871. I humbly request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
A very good morning to all of you present here. Good morning, sir. Our senior sir, Ganesh sir is there, and our other teacher is there. Also my student, Paramjit Singh is there. I am very happy that he has invited me to give a talk on this topic. Last time I had visited, 2 years ago, I had visited to your department and given a talk on Indian history, and this time from European history, that is German unification. Dear students, German as a nation, personally I would like to say, now if you look at the international scenario right now, United States of America is the topmost country in the world, followed by USSR or previous USSR, now that is Russia. But dear student, just once you think, if Germany had not attacked England, France, Russia, America at a time, the situation of the world would have been something different. Do you understand my point? Unfortunately, Germany didn't learn anything from history. History is there to learn from the past mistakes and to rectify and to create our future path. But perhaps they didn't learn that one. And during past World War, they committed the same mistake and repeated the same in the Second World War. Again, they attacked all the countries together. Only Russia. So that is one communist country, as you know that. It was easy on the part of Germany to keep silent to Russia, but she didn't do so. Rather, she attacked wholeheartedly all the countries together at a time. It was not actually right. If she had not done so, the situation would have been something different. You think one nation, Germany, almost fought with the entire world. Still, the war continued for 1575 days during First World War, 1914 to 1918 November. Not a day or two, not a month or two, not a year, or 3 years, more than nearly 4 years they fought. So think what sorts of power do Germans have? One of my friends recently visited Germany. He came and he is a Christian friend, and through Christian missionaries he visited Germany. And when he returned, he met me and told, we were having some talk. He told me that, Purna, man, they are so robust and big to look at. Even I had to look upward while I was looking at the girls, what to speak about boys. So they are all having good build, good construction. And all of you know that. The Germans, they think that we are the best race in the world, RACE, race. Do you understand? Yes. Racism you must have studied somewhere. So they feel that we are the best in the world. We are the master race. We are the superior race in the world. We are the best Aryan race. Even we are superior to all other Aryans. Nordic Aryans, to their neighbors. This is one fact. They always think so. Number two, if you look at the location, it has tossed to 9 other, like France, Belgium, Austria, Czechoslovakia, 3-4 countries are there. So it is centrally located at the heart of Europe, completely at the heart of Europe. I'm just taking your class. That's all you think. You can ask me if you want something also, you can ask me in the middle as well. So 2-3 facts I would like to present before you right now. Europe's largest economy is Germany. Europe's largest economy is Germany. And world's almost, I think, third or something, followed by 2 other countries. Otherwise, it is one of the best economy in the world right now. Now, because it masters over automobile industry, engineering, industrial sector, chemical sector, pharmaceutical sector, medicines. Like you see the BMW, Mercedes-Benz and Volkswagen, these are all the products of Germany. In the field of medicine also, they are ahead of all the countries. And regarding coming to education, I think next to USA, Germany is the best place. But in USA, you have to pay huge amount. But in Germany, almost tuition fees are zero. No tuition fee. Free education is given. And resource facilities are more than any other country in the world. Better atmosphere they provide for research activities. Scientific and technological innovation, Germany is far ahead than any other country in the world. Simply classical music, philosophy, festivals like Oktoberfest, they have. They have also, world-class universities at Berlin, Hamburg, Munich, Heidelberg, Frankfurt. They are having world-class universities. If anybody of you will ever visit there, you will feel it. Because I have already talked to few students, those who were my students. One from basic science is right now doing that. He is at Hamburg University. He also talks me about Germany. It's a nice place. Finally, it's also having one of the busiest airport in Frankfurt. Why I do tell all these things, dear students, just sincerely listen to me. Our country is one of the ancient most country in the world. Please be seated and listen to me. Our country is one of the ancient most country in the world. We have history, from 3000 BC, like Harappan culture, then Vedic culture, then all sorts of things. But Germany, they didn't have. Even they didn't have a geographical entity of their own. So the word comes, that is unification later, in the 19th century. But previously, right from the beginning of the human civilization, you must have read somewhere that the Homo sapiens were also, the skeleton of Homo sapiens were discovered from Germany, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon. You must have read. I will touch to different aspects. Just listen. Anywhere, if you have any doubt, you can also ask me. So German, they didn't have a particular geographical land for themselves. The word Germany was not there in the ancient period, even in the medieval period. First time, perhaps, if I have remembered, as far as my knowledge is concerned, that is Julius Caesar, when he attacked these German tribes. They were very ferocious tribes. You can guess two world wars caused by Germany. Two world wars caused by Germany, you can guess. So what sorts of people they are? Very warlike. Of course not now. Very peace-loving right now, then leading the world economically, leading the world industrially. It's great, it is their greatness after unification. So in 58 BC, perhaps 58 AD, that Julius Caesar, when he crossed that river Rhine, 58 BC, yes, 58 BC, he crossed that river Rhine and defeated certain German tribes first time. After that, Augustus Caesar has did so. So during medieval period, it was under which empire? Roman Empire. That is Holy Roman Empire. So they didn't have any personal particular geographical identity. They were divided. There were almost 300 to 400 petty states, small states, where they were called as Germania sometimes, and sometimes called as the early name of Germany is Deutschland or something, Deutschland. Like, now I'm coming to the topic. I told you all these things to give you certain knowledge regarding Germany, how it's centrally located, how it is a prominent country in the world, and all of you know that the creator of two world wars, destructive wars, still then they are leading the world. How that country was united in 1871. As you know that Rome was not built in a day, so Germany was not built in a day. It was created through different phases. I will go through that one, dear students. Since the days of Peace of Westphalia, the history of Germany, or the former Prussia, or Germania you can say, or Deutschland you can say, was one of the discord and disunion, division. As many as 300 to 400 small states were there. They had no political, no geographical entity during that period. Early in the 19th century, and all of you know that close to Germany is the great French person, you can say. Of course, he was not from France originally, Corsica. That is Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte, during his different expeditions, he defeated all the German tribes by 1806, reduced their number to 38 or 39, and created a Rhine Confederation. For the first time, it was Napoleon who indirectly established the foundation of future Germany. Lipson says it. You might have read in Lipson's book, it is told by Lipson. So he was the creator of modern Germany indirectly in 1806. Napoleon completely defeated them, divided into three parts of course, but one part is 38 German states under, that is Rhine Confederation, under the name of Rhine Confederation. When he created that one, these 38 states, original German states, German speaking states, they regularly met at Frankfurt. That is later on it was called as Diet of DIET, Diet of Frankfurt. Diet of Frankfurt. Diet means that is their parliament. To discuss their common matters. That was really the foundation stone of modern Germany. Professor Lipson says, as I told you, it is one of the ironies of history that Napoleon was creator of modern Germany directly, all by constructive wars, indirectly by creating, rousing opposition against French dominance, which gave a boost to German nationalism in modern sense. Pilamane, we will, yes, we never want that our neighbor Pakistan should become more powerful than us. We will never think of it. Similarly, France should never think that Germany should go beyond her. Germany should be a strong Germany. But one Frenchman had laid the foundation of that future German empire. That is why it is the word adjective irony has been used. Understand my point? Okay? Right. But after the fall of Napoleon, there was a rise. Every rise has a fall. So Napoleon, as you know, when did fall of Napoleon? Final. 1815 Waterloo. 1815 Waterloo. There Napoleon, that Napoleonic political storm ended. After that, all of you know that Austrian capital Vienna, under the leadership of Metternich, all the European powers, they met to settle the European affairs. There, this 39 Rhine Confederation, which was created by Napoleon, unfortunately they were all put under reactionary governments, under the hegemony of, or under the supremacy of Austrian Chancellor Metternich. Austrian Chancellor Metternich. Do you understand? Okay. So, in 1815, once again there was a big blow to the growing German nationalism. Once again I am repeating the sentence. There was a big blow to the growing German nationalism in 1815 at the Vienna conference. Okay? But there was no full stop to it. That again continued. A strong inner current was there which could not be stopped. In 1817, students like you, professors like them, they united at Wartburg. At Wartburg. That is 1817, to celebrate the 300th year, that is anniversary of Reformation movement and the anniversary of Battle of Leipzig. But original intention was something different. What? To bring national unity of the Germans. So there one person, what is that, Koju or Koteju, he was murdered by the liberals, by the students, thinking him as a Russian spy. But again Austria came forward, Metternich suppressed all the liberal movements there. 1817, Wartburg, that is conference, even if that failed, that ignited the spirit of the Germans. Even if that failed, that ignited the spirit of the German nationalism. Now I am coming to a second very important point, that is 1818. 1818, that is formation of one economic organization, Zollverein. Economic organization, Zollverein. One customs union. One customs union. That was created by Prussia, 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 the former name of Germany. So Prussia took the leadership in 1818. They established Zollverein or the customs union. That is for what? Not for cultural programs, not for athletic programs, but for free trade. But for free trade among all the German states. By 1834, all the German states joined Zollverein, the customs union, except Austria. Except Austria. So now it is very much clear, Austria was the main obstacle, enemy against German unification. It was clear. It was clear. This economic union was a pretext, was a prelude to the future German unification under Prussian leadership. One leader came, that is Prussia. One leader, one state came forward to take the leading. That was Prussia. And most of the states, German speaking states, they united. There was free trade among them. One tax system, no extra barrier, no national barrier. Entire German states, they were brought under this customs union. This is 1818, a big step, economic step, but that gradually united the Germans, led towards German unification in future. This is number one. So I told you 1806, I told you 1815, second step. Then I told 1817 Würzburg. Then I told you 1818 Zollverein. This is the fourth one. Fifth, I am coming to 1830 directly. That is effects of July Revolution in France. Effects of July Revolution in France. Dear students, one sentence you must have heard while going through French history. When France sneezes, SNEEZES, entire Europe catches cold. Entire Europe catches cold. Do you understand? France को छिंका है, Europe को ठंडा हुए. Okay. So dear students, whenever there is any repercussion, revolution, rebellion in France, it has its impact upon its neighboring countries. So it is immediate neighbor. Germany is the immediate neighbor of France. So 1830, by July Revolution, you know that autocratic rule of the Charles X that ended, he abdicated the throne, and in place of him, Louis Philippe ascended to the French throne. He granted a series of liberal, democratic, constitutional rights to the people of France. Once again, I am repeating the sentence. Louis Philippe government granted liberal, democratic, constitutional right to France. If that was given to my neighboring state, why not me? Why not I should be given all these things? That's what the German liberals thought. And they revolted. They revolted in their states. We want democratic rights. We want liberal rights. We want new constitution. But still Metternich is there. Still Metternich is there in Austria. And all these princes, those who are ruling to different German states, Hesse-Kassel, Hesse, Hanover, Baden, Saxony, they were all suppressed. They were all suppressed. So again there was a failure. They summoned an all-Indian national parliament at Frankfurt. They drafted a new constitution. Being inspired by the success of July Revolution, many German states revolted against there. As I told you, Brunswick, Hanover, Saxony, Hesse-Kassel, etc. But they were all suppressed by Austrian yoke. So this time again a failure. But I would like to say you, failure is the pillar of success. They didn't lose their confidence. They didn't lose their courage. They continued. They continued. And you are here. In your day-to-day life, you must not succumb to any obstacle that is coming on your way. You need to fight. You need to fight. So life is like a battle. You need to fight it. If you fight it well, like a soldier, nothing can stop you in this world. What we should learn from history, that's what in our day-to-day life. Yes. So next step is 1848. Next is 1848, effects of February Revolution. Once again, France witnessed another big revolution in 1848. That is called as February Revolution. That was July Revolution, it is February Revolution 1848. German liberals, all students, scholars, inspired by the successful revolution of France, made a serious attempt to attain national unity. Why not this time? Let us try. So they called an all-German national parliament at Frankfurt. They drafted a new constitution. Directly this time they drafted a new constitution. Drafted a new constitution for them. And they thought that we have a king, Frederick William IV. Let us present this new constitution to him. Let us invite him to lead our nation. But unfortunately, Frederick William IV rejected their request at the threat of Metternich, at the threat of Austria. Do you understand? Austria threatened, so he just removed things. It was a big blow to the liberals, to the Democrats, to the. So as you see, two things I told you, whether you have remembered it or not, again I am repeating, the students, the economy. I mean, the liberals, the students, the professors, they had played dominant role. Again, that economic union, not political. It is a political event, but backed by students, backed by economy. That is all wherein. Mind it, this is something different. Then let us move to second phase. So even if this failed, let us come to another chapter of that German unification history, that is accession of William I to the throne of Prussia. As you know that Prussia is the leader. So William IV rejected, but his successor William I played the dominant role, very important role in the unification of Germany. Same family, Hohenzollern dynasty. So this is Prince William succeeded his father William IV in 1861. 1861. I directly came to 1861 after 1848. Prince William succeeded his father William IV in 1861. His accession brought a new era to the history of Prussia. Soon after his accession, he was determined to reorganize and modernize the strength of the Prussian army. Dear student, this man, he had served in the army for several years. This is not India, this is Germany. You see, he was from the royal family. His father was the ruler of Prussia, but he had served in the army. Do you find this thing in India? No. But Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his son is working in army, mind it. But this is not happening in our country. Once you entered into politics, all your relatives, they have luxurious life, they are rolling with all sorts of things. That's why we are lacking behind. But you see this man, he had served in the army, so he was extremely disciplined and he was determined, and he thought that without military power, we would never be able to unite Germany. So we need a strong military power. If we need so, we have to raise money, we have to raise funds, we have to improve our army, we have to modernize our equipment, isn't it? And all things, dear student. Can all these things happen without money? No. So he wanted to increase the, that is military budget. He put this in the parliament, but unfortunately parliament was having majority of the liberals, liberal democrats, and you know that liberal democrats would not like it. So they all objected it. When they objected it, the king thought that I would dismiss this parliament, dissolve this parliament for fresh election. So he dissolved it. So there was fresh election, but unfortunately they came back with thumping majority. Once they came with thumping majority, they discarded all these policies. So he was in a dilemma. Who? King. Who was that? Frederick William I. So what happened? When he was in a complete dilemma, he was helped mentally by two persons. That is von Moltke, army chief, and von Ron, war minister. They advised him. Von Ron and von Moltke. One is army chief, another is war minister. They advised, sir, there is a person. You invite him and we hope he can be helpful to us. So he accepted their advice and invited the creator of modern Germany, the architect of modern Germany, Otto von Bismarck, the creator of Germany. So now that Otto von Bismarck, he was an outstanding diplomat, a great statesman. His brilliant strokes of diplomacy, statesmanship plan brought finally the German unification. Otto von Bismarck was born in a Junkers family, aristocratic noble family in Brandenburg. During his school career at Göttingen and Berlin, he was not so good at subjects. Dear student, he was not a good student. He was not good at study. Rather, he was very naughty. In youth, he began his career in civil service, particularly in the judicial field. That also didn't suit him much. He didn't like, finally left it and joined politics. And fortunately, he was elected to the Prussian Diet, Prussian Parliament, D-I, it means Parliament. That is perhaps in 1847-48 maybe. Very soon, when he entered the Parliament, very soon attracted the attention of all the MPs or the member of their Diet, particularly of the King William I. Why? Because he was against the liberals. The king was against the liberals. Bismarck was against the liberals. That is one run, he was also against the liberals. One Moltke was also against the liberals. These four brains united. And finally they brought the unification of Germany with his famous policy of blood and iron. You can, from these two words you can guess, blood, definitely associated with war. Strong policy. So, he got that unification of Germany by his famous policy, that is historic policy of blood and iron. Of course, he joined there, and very soon he was appointed as ambassador, diplomats at different places, and he gained a lot of international knowledge, political knowledge. He worked as a diplomat at Frankfurt, at St. Petersburg, Russia, Moscow, then Paris, the capital of France, Vienna, the capital of Austria, London, the capital of UK. So finally, he became the president king or the prime minister, I can say in Indian style, we can say prime minister or the president king of William I in 1862. In 1862, he became the president king or prime minister in 1862, appointed by William I. He came with very clear-cut views. He declared very clearly, in our country, if you think something, it is very difficult to materialize. Very difficult, lots of opposition. But he clearly declared in the Prussian Diet, Prussian Parliament, that Austria is the greatest enemy. Listen to me, this sentence is very important. Austria is the greatest enemy or obstacle to German unification. So who was that greatest obstacle? Austria. Hence, if not voluntarily, she must be excluded forcibly. Do you understand? If she doesn't move by her own, then forcibly she has to be thrown out of this future German state. He further declared that unification of Germany could be possible neither by speech nor by resolution, but by the historic policy of blood and iron. Fortunately, King Frederick William, as I told you, these two persons, one Moltke and Run, they were also in favor of this man. So that they started planning for German unification. At the first step, Bismarck brought large-scale development, reorganization, modernization of Prussian army. Did you listen to these words? Reorganization, development, modernization of Prussian army. Of course, the liberals vehemently opposed it, seriously opposed it to military reorganization. But Bismarck rejected them all by shrewd diplomatic tactics. For money, he raised different tax. He levied different tax, tariffs, and other ways where their sources were there. He didn't bother to collect money for modernization of army. He knew pretty well that without this strong army, we would not be able to form the modern Germany. And after creating that strong army, he used that army for 3 different wars to bring German unification. So I am going to the first one. That is Schleswig-Holstein problem and Denmark war. Schleswig-Holstein problem. Schleswig, S-C-H-L-E-S-W-I-G. Holstein, H-O-L-S-T-E-I-N. H-O-L-S-T-E-N. Holstein problem and Denmark war. 1864. Actually, Schleswig and Holstein were two German duchies, two German areas. Duchy means areas that on the basis of that. Earlier, you might have heard that duchies, marches like this, and there are two German areas. And in 1815, by the Vienna settlement under the Austrian yoke, Metonic, these two duchies were given to Denmark. These two duchies were given to Denmark. Dear students, Denmark, it was given to Denmark only to rule as duke, not to annex it. Not to annex it. It was given not to annex it, just to rule it as duke. But what Denmark did, the king of Denmark, Charles IX, what he did, he annexed it. He annexed it in 1863, violating the Vienna settlement, violating the previous London Protocol, violating all international rules and regulations. Bismarck immediately opposed it. Why did you do so? You didn't have that right. You had been given just to rule it, not to annex it. So you are violating the international law. So Bismarck came forward, opposed it strongly. You can't do it. You can't do it. Again, you see, he was such an astute politician, diplomat. He immediately thought, I should not attack alone. I should bring Austria. So he persuaded Austria and decided to attack Denmark together. Austria and Prussia together, they would attack Denmark. And after the war, they would divide the spoils among themselves. It was decided. It was decided in 1863 that he diplomatically persuaded Austria to agree to a joint intervention, joint settlement of duchy problem. So what after making secret treaty for joint intervention, both the Austrian and the Prussian army attacked or invaded Denmark. The Austro-Prussian army attacked Denmark. Denmark is a small country, so it was defeated. It was defeated. In 1864, Austro-Prussian army attacked Denmark and completely defeated the Danes and concluded the Treaty of Vienna. Concluded the Treaty of Vienna. Vienna is the capital of Austria. Vienna is the capital of Austria. There a treaty was signed. They let us divide the spoil among us. So for that another meeting was convened, and that is Convention of Gaston in 1864. Convention of Gaston, G-A-S-T-E-I-N. G-A-S-T-E-I-N. Convention of Gaston was convened in 1864 to settle the Schleswig-Holstein problem. So what is the result? Result is that Austria got Holstein, and Prussia got Schleswig. So who got what? Prussia got Schleswig, Austria got Holstein. Besides, another small territory, now it is a complete state, free country, Lauenburg, that was sold to Prussia. So Prussia got another area, that is Lauenburg, by that Gaston Convention. By that Gaston Convention, the first step was completed. She got Schleswig, she got Lauenburg by this, that is Denmark work. Holstein, that is Austro-Prussian army together, they attacked, they defeated, the spoil was divided. But actually, this man was very clever. He deliberately, all these things did secretly, and it was decided at Gaston that Austria would never bring this question in the Prussian Diet or in any common platform. But there lies the issue that manipulated by Bismarck later on. The Convention of Gaston was a great diplomatic victory of Bismarck. He himself later said it was merely prepared to create another war with Austria. It was papered over cracks. It was a prelude, it was a pretext for the future war with Austria. Bismarck diplomatically isolated Austria. He was sure that very soon I am going to fight another war with Austria. Let me isolate my enemy. First isolate, then I will attack alone. So all those big powers during that period, England, France, other powers are there. But he very cunningly, France is the supermost enemy. Next war will be with France. But during that period, France was ruled by Napoleon III. He secretly met him at Paris. Secretly met him at Paris. Biarritz in 65, Paris. Napoleon III and Bismarck, they met at Paris. He advised him that, sir, if you remain neutral, in case there is war between Austria and Prussia, please you will remain silent and I would give you certain territorial benefit. I would give you certain territorial benefits, but it was a secret pact. It was a secret pact at Paris. And Napoleon III, he thought that what he would give, I will get more benefit because the war will continue for a longer period. They will ask me to mediate. So as a mediator, I would bargain more. That's what he thought. Because he had not calculated the strength, the power of the Prussian army. He had never thought of it. So he agreed to it. So Paris in 65. Then Russia was already in good term with Bismarck. Because during Polish Rising, Bismarck was with Russia, Alexander II. So he could able to pacify Russia as well. So now everything is ready. Only he wanted a clue to fight against, to declare war against Austria, the most important enemy. And unfortunately, Austria raised the dirty question in the Federal Diet of German Confederation, which violated the Gadsden Treaty, that is in 1866. So immediately, Bismarck declared war against Austria. That is in 1866. 1866. Yes. Austro-Prussian War, 1866. Write down 1866. Austro-Prussian War. Otherwise called as 7 Weeks War. Write down 7 Weeks War. Or Shadow War. Or Shadow War. SADOWA. Shadow War. Did you take down? Yes, Shadow War or 7 Weeks War or Austro-Prussian War. Dear students, in 1866, entire Europe, entire Europe was surprised. They had never thought Prussia as a power. But only within 7 weeks, only within 7 weeks, not 7 years, only within 7 weeks, the Prussian army completely rooted out, completely defeated the Grand Army of Austria at Sadowa. At Sadowa. It was completely defeated. As a result, Austria surrendered. After that, the Treaty of Prague was signed. Treaty of Prague, Prague. The Treaty of Prague was signed. What happened? The result? Prague. Prague. Prague was signed. Austria lost Venetia, number 1, or Venice, that was given to Italy through Napoleon. She lost Venetia or Venice, that was given to Italy through Napoleon III. First part is over. Second part, Prussia annexed Holstein and Schleswig, both the duchies. Prussia annexed Holstein and Schleswig, both the duchies, number 2. And many German states like Hesse-Kassel, Hesse, Nesse, Bavaria, Württemberg, all Hanover, Frankfurt. These all North German states, were annexed with Prussia. Once again I am repeating, Hesse-Kassel, Hesse, Nesse, Bavaria, Hanover, Frankfurt, these North German territories are all merged together, and the second great step of the German unification could be over because of this grand victory at Sadowa, 7 Weeks War. Final thing I haven't told you, Austria was excluded from Germany forever. Austria was excluded from Germany forever. Of course, later on Hitler had tried to bring it. One thing I must say you, that Austria was excluded, but Bismarck was so diplomat, so clever. He had never treated Austria ruthlessly. Do you get my point? He had never treated Austria ruthlessly because he knew that in future I would need the help of Austria. Only 30 lakh pound was given as war indemnity. Other things were not so serious. Only these two were brought, and German-speaking territories were brought. No harsh treatment, because he knew that I would keep good relation with Austria, and that was there, of course, during all through these years. During First World War also, Austria remained with Germany. Always he had done so. We too are here. Pakistan is there, India is there, Bangladesh. We do not have good relationship, but in spite of this separation, he could able to keep good relation with Austria for future use against France. Against France. Another big power is there. So I am coming to the last part of the story, that is Franco-Prussian War, or the Battle of Sedan 1870. Franco-Prussian War, or 1800, that is Battle of Sedan 1870. Dear students, now you saw the North German unification was done. Still South is there. Still South is there. And for that, one war was quite essential. North was done, coming to southern German-speaking states. Bismarck considered France as the chief enemy, chief obstacle on the way. He wanted to overcome that obstacle. He very clearly declared in the German Diet, in the Prussian Diet, that a war with France lay in the logic of history. This is the famous sentence. A war with France lay in the logic of history. Do you understand sentence? A war with France lay in the logic of history. Do you understand? So ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କରିବି, ମୁଁ ତ war ତ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି, ଯେମିତି ହେଲେ ହେବ ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସ ସହିତ। We need one war with France for the complete union of German speaking states. So he got ready for it. He was only in search of one opportunity. The opportunity came. The opportunity came. That is in 1869, when the Spanish throne became vacant. When the Spanish throne became vacant, I think Queen Isabella was removed. After that, yes, Queen Isabella was removed, and Spanish throne, or the throne of Spain, was vacant. During that period, Bismarck deliberately, knowingly, diplomatically, he put Leopold on the Spanish throne. Leopold on the Spanish throne, and he was a relative to Prussia, Prussian ruling dynasty. Oh, that is Hohenzollern dynasty. So automatically, you see, France will definitely be angry. So France, the ruler of France, Napoleon III, immediately forced that you remove your candidature there. Just remove your candidature. And Leopold was removed. He, without any reaction, Leopold withdrew his candidature. The matter would have been over. But unfortunately, ye dil mange more. France wanted more. France what did? See what it did. Napoleon sent his war minister Benedetti. You go meet that Prussian ruler, William Fast. Inform him that he would not do so in future. You go and meet and inform him that he should never do so, never dare to do so in future. So both of them met. They met at Ems. E-M-S. There Benedetti demanded that Prussia would not support any such candidature in future. But the king politely refused. Sir, we can't give you any assurance, but we are humbled, we are obliged. We removed our candidature, and Louis Philippe is no more the king of that Spain. The talk was like this. But When this news came to Bismarck, Bismarck changed the version and got it published in the newspapers of France and Germany, France and Prussia. What? He edited the same telegram and cleverly got it published in French and German newspapers that French War Minister Benedict was insulted, dismissed, rudely behaved by Prussian King at Ems. By Prussian kings at Ems. Do you understand the gravity of these words? He told something else politely. He changed it and got it published in a different way. In such a way that the entire nation of France, people, ruler, everybody got angry. What? That small country, that infuriated, that dismissed, that humiliated, that misbehaved our king. No, that cannot be. We can't tolerate it. So this inflamed the war passion of the French people. This inflamed the war passion of the French people. And the war which Bismarck earnestly wanted, seriously wanted, that happened. That came finally. The French army was no match to the well-equipped, disciplined modern army of Prussia. They had never dreamed of it. They had never thought that this army would be so powerful than them. But that they saw in the Battle of Sedan in 1870, and France was completely defeated. Battle of Sedan in 1870, Napoleon III was imprisoned. He was taken as captive. He surrendered to Prussia, the biggest power of Europe. Second, number one is England, number two is France. France was defeated at Sedan. So, and Napoleon III surrendered to Prussia. Who was their Prussian king? William I. Yes, very good. Then, as you know that after any war, there would be treaty. The Treaty of Frankfurt was signed. Treaty of Frankfurt was signed, by which France gave Alsace and Lorraine to Germany. Of course, this was France area. By force, Germany took it. Alsace and Lorraine, my dear student, remember these two words. Which was the cause of First World War? Coal-rich area, iron-rich area, essential for industrial development. So the coveted eyes of Prussia, that was there, and they took it forcibly. You were defeated, you give these two areas to us. Secondly, you give us 30 lakh pound as war indemnity. Big amount, of course. Huge war indemnity. That brought the complete union of German territories, including the southern states. Bismarck proclaimed William I as the emperor of whole German empire. That is on 18th January 1871. Only 71 that is I have written. That is 18th January 1871. Where? Where? In the famous despotism of the Bourbons. Symbol autocratic despotism of the Bourbons, the Hall of Mirror. There, William I was declared as the first Kaiser of Germany. Kaiser of Germany. United Germany. The Bismarck, the chief architect of the German Unification, his greatest ambition by his strong policy of blood and iron. He remained in power till 1990 by a series of strong laws, steps made Germany the greatest European nation in the modern world. That's all for you, and the German unification is over. If I say a little more to you for 5 minutes, that after German unification, he took such steps that rapidly German became the best nation in Europe. But they became very arrogant. They became very arrogant, very proudy, haughty. So they caused two world wars and brought us untold miseries. Of course, after that devastation, destruction, still Germany is the one of the most important economic power of the world. You can think what are the Germans and what we are. Also, you can compare. But dear students, they love their motherland more than anything else. Even they call it as fatherland. Even they call it as fatherland. They think we are the best nation in the world. Right or wrong, my country is the best. So we should learn from them our motherland first, then anything else. That of course we are lacking behind. Whenever we have very little problem, when our interest hampers, we forget about motherland, we forget about society. But going through history, as a student, you should learn all these things, and you should be the torch bearer, light bearer of the entire nation, that we should love our nation first, then anything else. That we should learn from this European countries. That's all. Thank you.
If anybody has any queries or any questions, you are free to ask.
Germany people are confident. Germany people are confident.
Student, thank you. ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ନିଏ ତୁ ମୋ ପରମଜିତ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଚା ବିସ୍କେଟ୍ ଆଣିକି ଆସେ କେଉଁ ସାର୍ଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ଚା ଦେଇଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପଢ଼ା ହେବ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଚାଲିବ ଭଲ ସେଇ ଏନର୍ଜି ଲସ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଇୟର୍ ପାସ୍ କରିଯାଉଛି ଗ୍ରାଜୁଆଲି କିନ୍ତୁ ହି ଇଜ୍ ଅଲୱେଜ୍ ସୋ ସେ ଏବେ ବି ଯାଇଥିଲା ଦିନ ଧରି ଯାଇଥିଲା ଚା ଧରିଛି ବିସ୍କେଟ୍ ଧରିଛି
So my question is just for in your point of view, Bismarck is a mastermind behind the unification or just an opportunist?
He was, of course, no doubt opportunist. I agree to you. But whatever may be, that is also called as something, what is there also? What is something real politics? Real politics in there, what he is opportunistic. He was opportunistic, no doubt. But what happened? For the nation, not for him. And without that quality, he would not have been able to unite Germany. I think so, and I salute him for that also. He took the opportunity, make the best use of it. You have got this opportunity to study at the RD Women's College. Why don't you make the best use of it? You have got a good platform. Others are not getting, those who are studying in rural areas. So, opportunity, everyone should be, but there should be for a greater interest. Thank you.
So why did Bismarck choose war over negotiations? Like he should have used negotiation as a method, but he chose the policy of blood and iron. So what's the philosophy or reason behind it?
100% sure, no paper, no resolution would have brought German unification. They would have cheated them. He secretly prepared, militarily made strong. Then he came with plans one after the other. So he was ready and he had well calculated the strength of Austria, strength of big powers like France. And he gradually had made himself ready for it. You are going for any civil service. You know what's your weakness. You know what's your beneficial points. And you have to remove your weaknesses and you have to prepare well before going to that platform.
Also, that was not the time of peace talk, no?
No chance.
Peace talk is essentially modern idea. Okay, after industrialization,
Yes.
capitalism and everything, now world order came into exist, now peaceful talk and all. Earlier, the talk and resolution of conflict was used to be in war. So war used to be there so that you can resolve conflict. There is no other way out. Of course, diplomacy was there, but for this kind of dispute where larger power wish to control your country, there is no point of debate and dispute.
Yes. What's are told? The larger powers always want. So how do you expect good thing from them? Yes. Yes.
So how did the Kingdom of Prussia will shape the political character and federal structure of unified Germany?
You see, we see right now it is going on. There are lots of states, still the federal structure is working well. And Prussia, the Germany itself is Prussia. First it was Germany, then that is what is something that I told you, the then this is Prussia, then this is Germany. And till now in 2026, we see they have maintained their federal structure. Your answer is itself within your question. That is what. And for that, I would like to say one thing. Be seated. The one thing I would like to say, all of you listen, sirs. Then for all of you as well, that Bismarck, after unification, when compulsory education, free education was introduced, 6-year to 14-year compulsory education, the main theme of education was patriotism, self-dependency, honesty, good citizenship. Mind these words. I am standing before you. He told you 25 years I have never taken a single CL. Always I have been to college. Is it possible? Have you ever seen? But I have done it. I do not only give space. I am an example itself. They know we should think about our society. We should think about our country. We should be good citizen. And that was taught to the Germans 6 years to 14 years. Patriotism, self-dependency, honesty, good citizenship. So automatically they are built up like that only, right? Proper education, I think we are not getting proper education. That should be given. Perhaps you got your answer. Yes. Anybody else?
Bismarck unite the whole German nation, and Hitler also to do so. Because he also annexed the whole Austria and Czechoslovakia. Then
He added more.
he added more. Then who is the real, father of the unification of Germany?
This man only, Bismarck. He destroyed it. If your sir asked me two things, I should go a little more. That is first world and second world. In short, you say in 1870 they became United 71. 1914 first world, 1939 second world war. Both the wars caused by Germany. William I and Bismarck, they all followed militaristic policies. They wanted to make Germany the fatherland of Europe. As a result, we witnessed one war. And that happened, why that, all the causes and results, Again, Hitler came. So after First World War, I am coming to his point after First World War. By the Treaty of Versailles, Germany, her military power was reduced to very less, that is less than 1 lakh soldiers and 6 torpedoes and 6 submarines, and Czechoslovakia, Rhineland, all these were taken from her, Poland, everything was taken from her. But again, same thing repeated. When Hitler came to power by 1933, as the sole leader of Nazi party, one by one he captured everything, annexed Austria, annexed Czechoslovakia. Finally, on September 1st, 1939, as I had told you, Dil Mange More, when he attacked Poland, now we want Poland. This police corridor in Poland. At that moment, England stopped her policy of appeasement, satisfied, that is what, and declared that unless you remove your troops from Poland, we would attack you within 24 or 48 hours, like this I have forgotten. So on 3rd September, Second World War began. Hitler didn't care at all. He had no heed to all these demands. And you know the result. Now the final is there. All these things are removed, so Hitler didn't do good. He had done so much for the nation. As I told you earlier, if they would have followed policy of development, now perhaps they would have been more strongest nation in the world. But they unnecessarily followed the policy of annexation. That's not right. They should learn from our country that we never attack anybody. So they attacked always. And all the wars, we have seen, most of the important destructive wars have taken place in Europe, not here in India or in this part. Okay. That's all. One more.
It's somewhere that when Alsace and Lorraine was basically annexed, so Germany absolutely was hegemonist in that particular area. But not only did they annex that area, but they basically changed the education of the particular area as well. Like the French people were absolutely prohibited from speaking their own mother tongue, and education in French was also banned, and strict imposition of German was there only.
Okay.
So to what extent did this?
I understood your question. Sit down. That is another major reason behind it, because Germans, they tried to impose not only German language but also German culture. As I told you, 6 to 14 years compulsory education was introduced. German language was taught throughout the country. Alsace and Lorraine belongs to France. Their language was French, but they forcibly they taught them in Germany. Not only there, also in Poland, also in all the nearby territories. Where not that all the German-speaking people were there. Some states were also there. The border states, bordering states. There they forcibly introduced the German-speaking education. That also infuriated them.
So it also benefited
Yeah.
nationalism and
Yes, yes.
Anyone? All question guys from
Yes.
this part. Who are isolated. Like this
Like
here.
an ice pack taxi.
No one.
Okay. Okay, this much. Okay, bye. আমি কইଥିଲି ঘন্টায় সার দিবি ঘন্টার মধ্যে হইতিব হউছন না পৌঁছা
excuse me, sir. May I get the mic? Sir, the mic. Thank you, sir. Wait.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening and inspiring lecture. Your words have greatly enhanced our understanding on this important subject. Gratitude is the expression of respect and appreciation. Now, I would like to invite over Dr. Ganesh Vanayak, sir, respected faculty member of the department, to kindly felicitate our esteemed resource person. Sir, kindly come forward.
Wait.
Thank you so much, sir, for honoring our guest. As we approach to the conclusion of the seminar, I would now like to invite over Dr. Jitendra Suna, sir, respected faculty member of the department, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, please take the stage.
Thank you, Swati. It's a big topic, and sir rightly justified the topic within an hour, but it's in demand a lot of time, actually many classes, but hopefully you guys have learned many things, and maybe in near future Paramjit sir will organize another talk. What is the historical relationship between RSS and the Aryanism of Nazis? So that would be an interesting international relation and topic that we would like to hear from you, hopefully in future. So on behalf of History Department, I thanks Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University and respected coordinator, then esteemed guest and faculty members and dear student. Thank you all for having this gathering and having interesting engagement with not only with the faculties and with ideas and our historical historical events and reality that has shaped our world. So I thank you all. And now, this is the last one, or we're going to have
This
many
one
more?
is the last offline one. We might be having the online ones, but this one is the last.
So I thank you all. Thank you.
As we conclude today's session, we are reminded that history is not just about the past, but about understanding the forces that shape our world. The unification of Germany teaches us that strong leadership, clear vision, and determination can transform even the most divided societies into a powerful nation. On behalf of everyone present here, I express my sincere gratitude to our respected speaker for such an enlightening and inspiring session. Thank you all for your kind attention. Have a great day ahead.